Mariner Books and HarperAudio present The Vanishing Point, Stories by Paul Theroux, performed by Joe Knezovich. A great calm stole over him. Great calm is an exaggeration. He felt better. The end of a life is always vivifying. Samuel Beckett, Malone Dies. The Vanishing Point. In the bewilderment of being an only child on his parents' failing chicken farm in Maine, his face fixed in a scowl for being nagged at, Guy Petty experienced the day of his greatest happiness. He was 9. "We have to drive to Waldoboro for Sarah Strunk's funeral," his mother said. "You'll be okay on your own." Then they were gone. The house was still, its odors stronger in its emptiness. He sat as though bathed in light, serene in the stillness, smiling at his luck, in the rapture of solitude. It was as though he had been swallowed whole. He did not want anything more than to be contained by that bliss, spared the disruption of the human voice. You couldn't see the future, so there was no point looking. For some years, he waited for a return to such happiness. After high school, other boys got jobs as sternmen on lobster boats, or in the paper mills or other farms, and the girls got married or worked the cash registers at Ozier's. Guy joined the Navy, to be far from home. His father died in the barn with a hay fork in his hand while Guy was on maneuvers at Subic Bay. The man was a smoker and asthmatic and had always coughed in choking and suffocating fits. Coughed his life out was how Guy imagined it. In the Navy, Guy learned pipe fitting and later deep-sea diving, underwater repairs on ships' hulls. His ready "aye, sir," his willingness to take on deep dives, several with faulty gear, led to a ruptured eardrum, a diagnosis of serious hearing loss, and an early discharge. Disability payments allowed him to earn a degree in history in Orono, but preferring to work with his hands, he opted for a job as a carpenter and a welder. He kept his mind active by reading, mostly biography and military history. During the day, he wore a hearing aid in the damaged ear. When his mother moved with Bud Strunk to a trailer park in Bradenton, Florida, Guy relocated to Water Street in Ellsworth, where he lived as a lodger with a woman called Mrs. Semple and her 3 children. He traveled each day to work full-time in the Bar Harbor studio of the artist Elliot Stanger. Stanger had hired him as a carpenter. Guy made frames, stretched canvases, built crates for shipping pictures to galleries, and now and then manned the paint sprayer, drenching the canvases with color, Stanger looking on, usually squinting through his own cigarette smoke at the images he had planned, now soaking and swelling on the cloth. "This is my handyman," Stanger told visitors who came to see his work. The studio's interior, as big as a barn, was once the Elks Lodge and had been renovated by Guy under Stanger's direction. It was now a great, warm, yellow-painted space with a cathedral ceiling and skylights, Stanger's latest finished paintings hanging along 2 walls, drying. The area occupying one corner some visitors mistook for a partitioned parlor or den because of the old sofa and easy chair and a one-armed bandit with a slot for nickels that rang when its arm was yanked, sometimes delivering a clatter of coins into the cup in front. But just out of sight, beyond a smeared and spattered curtain, a steel frame, the shelves of paint cans, the sprayer, the spools of masking tape, and on another rack the thick roll of pale, raw canvas. "So this is where you work your magic," visitors said when Stanger suggested his method of painting, adding that it was too emotional a process for him to go into any detail. Stanger's thick hair was tousled as though in defiance. He usually wore a spotless, untucked shirt, blue jeans and espadrilles, while Guy would be standing by with Mac Spinney, the other assistant, and it was they who were spattered, their aprons stiff with paint, streaks on the toes of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?